here with the former flyweight champ, Miss Alexa Grasso. Welcome to Seattle. How are you doing? How are you enjoying the city so far?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Yes, I'm super happy to be here. Beautiful city.
And I mean, just how has life been, Alexa? It feels like we haven't seen you in a while, since last year, but just how have you been enjoying things in life overall outside of fighting?
No, I mean, it's not that long. I've been training for every single day, all the time. I like to train every single day and try to evolve the things I've been doing, a lot of technique, improving my jiu-jitsu game, a lot of jiu-jitsu game. And of course, my striking, always, it's like sharpening a knife. But yeah, this camp was specialized in jiu-jitsu.
I mean, you're looking very strong. Have you been working on your physique a little bit? I mean, extra strength training, or is it just kind of just really increasing everything?
I mean, everything, of course, cardio was a main goal this fight. Because I know it's gonna be a how do you say, speed
fight, quick fight,
speed
yes,
fight.
yes.
I mean, not like speed fight, but the piece of the fight is gonna be
yes, fast-paced fight,
yeah,
yes, for sure. And of course, coming off a little bit of a slide since being the champion and all, having the Natalia Silva fight last time out. I mean, what were your biggest takeaways from that one? Very competitive, but she got the win instead. So what were your biggest takeaways and things you've learned from that fight?
Well, for that fight I did a lot of mistakes. I was coming from a broken foot. So half of the camp was, focused on learning to walk again, to do that again. I now that I think that, it's like, oh my God, should I have taken more time? I don't know, but something that I learned, that even in my worst condition, physically talking, I'm a tough opponent for anyone, even if I'm not my best. So yeah, that's what I took from that fight. Of course, I learned from my mistakes. That's what I've been improving so much in every single area. And yeah, I'm just ready and excited to perform this Saturday.
And you mentioned your jiu-jitsu focus for this camp. I mean, have you made any big training changes in terms of, I don't know, just reassessing things after the last fight, or is just kind of focusing more on specific areas? What have the changes been like, I guess?
Yeah, like I said, in the third fight with Valentina, I was very close to finish her with a few submissions, that I forgot a few other steps. And with the first fight with Maycee Barber in the second round, I was very close to finish her again. So yeah, of course, that was a big motivation for me to keep improving my jiu-jitsu. I'm very close all the time. I'm good at jiu-jitsu. Just sometimes I forgot other steps that I get lost, but that's the most thing that I improve, that I learned, that I want to get better on. So yeah, that's what I've been saying.
I mean, there's a lot of pieces to it, right? A lot of things you have to memorize for jiu-jitsu, the transitions and all that. So I'm sure that's been a big part of it, right? It's just kind of chaining things together, right, for an overall game.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, jiu-jitsu game is so huge. Every single movement, one movement of the foot, one movement of grabbing this or grabbing that, or your head, so many steps. But I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to train a lot with Rabbi Macomb, which is a jiu-jitsu black belt. And yeah, we've been doing a lot of stuff.
And I like to ask fighters this question, Alexa, but for you, what makes a good camp? Because when I think of the best camp possible, it's probably got to kind of suck, because it's got to be really hard, right? All the training you do. So for you, what makes it the best in terms of setting up your camp? Because it's got to be not very fun, I imagine, when you have it really good.
I mean, it's pretty fun. It's part of my life. I love every single day to wake up and to have my schedule, to go to strength and conditioning, and to perform to get better on my cardio, to learn new techniques, to learn new movements. It's always exciting. I like to do that. And this camp, I enjoyed this camp so far. This camp, I enjoy it because I learned a lot. I improved a lot. The sparrings were so hard too. I'm happy when I have hard sparrings. But yeah, I think that the most important thing is that to have the people around you, the ones that want to evolve all together. That's our team. That's what we do in Lobo. So I think that's the best camp that you can have.
Absolutely. Need all the pieces. So yeah, very nice. And of course, taking on Maycee, who she hasn't lost since you guys last fought. So she's been on a good run here. I mean, what do you make of her winning streak that she's been on? Do you think she's changed a lot since you guys last fought? What do you think of her winning streak right now?
Well, I think Maycee Barber is an amazing fighter. She's so aggressive. She's always liking, to brawl, to go to the ground and pound. I like her fighting style because she's always working. And that matched perfect for me. I like to go there to fight. And I think it's going to be a very nice fight.
Absolutely, and I'm curious, Alexa, you're no stranger to rematches now. Is it easier to, yeah, all right. Is it easier to prepare for a rematch with the same person, or do you overthink a little bit? Like, what is the difference, I guess, when it's a new opponent versus someone you fought before?
No, like even if it's the same person, like we fought the first time, of course, we both made a lot of changes, adjustments. I know that she's not the same fighter that she was in 2021, and I'm not either that too. So I'm always expecting the best version of my opponents.
And I spoke to her, before you here, and she was saying since that time, despite you becoming champion, she believes that she's improved more than you since the first fight. I'm assuming you don't agree with that, but what is your assessment there?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see that on Saturday. Who evolved better?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And of course, with the title picture, that's the ultimate goal, right? Get back to the title. Presumably, your last two opponents will fight each other next, unless something happens with this one here. But Natalia Silva versus Shevchenko, I think, is a very interesting fight. And having fought them both, you're a great person to know what we could see in that one. How do you think that fight would go if it does happen next?
Well, that's a tricky question. I fought both. They're so different styles. But if the fight goes on, I think the Valentina is gonna take the win. She's so precise. She's smart and. Yeah, I mean, I had a few moments, but I know I did a lot of mistakes, but I truly think that Valentina is going to take the win.
Of course. And, looking forward to your fight first, though, Alexa. So best of luck with everything.
Thank you.
Leave it off there. Always excited to see you fight.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You get to enjoy Seattle, too.
Thanks.